So let's turn gears to the why this school essay, which I think is obviously school dependent. But for some of these, and maybe we start with Ben on this one because of the Stanford essay. How do you think about approaching this? Like, what are schools looking for when they ask you why us, or what are you looking to achieve here?
Yeah, I think it's another tricky question because every single school is asking this, and you also know in the process that you yourself are applying oftentimes to multiple schools, and the schools themselves. The meta theory is that they also understand that you're applying to multiple schools, and that's just the nature of the beast. I think when it comes to this, my catchphrase for it is in your essay for why XYZ school, you want to go from sounding like an applicant to sounding like an alumni. And the way I think you do that is by actually trying your best to talk to students. And even if you can't talk to students, you can find an alumni maybe in the network or know someone who knows a bit about the school, who's near campus, understands the environment. That takes you from, doing things like at the end of your essay, listing out a bunch of classes that are kind of random and don't necessarily speak to your actual specific narrative, to picking things that are really essential to what makes that particular school tick and what actually is something that you would legitimately pursue given the interest you've written about in your personal statement.
Yeah, that's great. Any additional thoughts, Neha or Glenn?
Yeah, I can jump in there. I think this is a did you do your homework question and do you have a plan question? So I think that those are the important things where they should leave your essay feeling like the answer to those two questions is yes and yes. So business school is an amazing opportunity. There are so many resources, more resources than any one human could possibly take advantage of in 2 years. And the admissions council wants to know that you have a plan for how you are going to kind of walk your way through business school and come out being able to extract the maximum value in terms of transforming you into a leader, because that is ultimately their goal for you.
Yeah, that's great. Glenn, what do you think?
I would just add that I think, one, they want to see that you've done your research, as Nan and Ben talked about, but I think they want it to also be believable and cohesive towards your story, something that you would actually do. I mean, just as an example, when I was applying to MIT, I'm a big sports fan. I've worked in sports before, and I know MIT hosts the Sloan Sports Analytics Conference, which is the biggest sports conference in the world each year. And so zoning in on that specific achievement or that specific conference and kind of talking about my interests and how those intertwine with my background and where I hope to be was a key component of what I was writing about. So just really understanding the school, what you'd want to get involved with is crucial to this part.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. That's like, you're not trying to sell them on why they're great. They know why they're great. That you're trying to tell them how you will contribute, how you will, why this is actually, you want to make them feel like this is your number one choice, even though of course they know you're applying to multiple schools, as Ben said. And I find that the essays that highlight not only what you want to take advantage of, but what you want to contribute while there it just read much better. It feels like you're not just extracting, but you're actually, you're giving.